Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Makakadash. I want to send double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to send much peace, love, and salutations to you brothers out there pushing the word in sincerity and truth. It's a brother Ariala. This is going to be a response to a response. This is a response to a video that the brother Yashawamba did in response to a video that the brothers out there in Chicago had made. Apparently, someone had called one of the brothers' phones, stirring up strife and saying that we're coming for you, this and that. Now, whether it was actually an agent or one of the alphabet boys, so to speak, we'll see. But that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to, when you watch this video that Yashawamba did, he goes over it and he makes points about how we should follow Yahweh Shai and use his example of how to deal with these situations and be mindful of remaining in the spirit as we go through tribulation, as we begin to be accused and basically are lied on and lambasted, so to speak, in every which way. What I want to highlight, man, we was talking about this in the chat and brothers like you should speak on this, so I'll speak on it briefly. I've been around Esau, man, coming up in the academic world. There's not many Jakes that pursued academics like I did, me and my brother did, and that led to us being in different so-called honor societies, and you go on these different little trips and these little so-called scholarly things. But one of the things that me and my brother came up doing was debating and basically arguing with Esau, because as a so-called young black male, you're reading different books, you're gathering different knowledge, and you're always our people are naturally confrontational. If someone comes up to so-called Negroes or Latinos playing dominoes, if a so-called white person walks up and watch them playing dominoes or a card game and how we banter and go back and forth, they would think that it was actually an aggressive, like these dudes about to fight. Even though ain't nobody finna fight, man. We just talking back and forth, talking noise. That's just the way our people are. We naturally have that confrontational or upfront or seemingly aggressive way. To us, it's not aggressive, but to the outside world, it can be seen as aggressive. I want to pull the scripture and I want to make a point. Let me see if I got it. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Now, we always talk about how we've been under the curses and how we've had to go to our enemies for the want of all things. So we have to understand the psychology and the nature of this empire. For us to be held in this captivity the way we've been held, you best to believe that the so-called white man has studied you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to the T. They've studied your personality type. They studied your whole the genetic genome to the best of their ability. They understand the way that you communicate. They understand the way that you learn. And they understand the way that you react to things. As these things build up, because what's happening is the threat of our doctrine is now affecting our enemies. See, at first they were just laughing and just scoffing and talking on the outside. But because this is getting so big, they are now openly responding and openly trying to sabotage this movement, so to speak. So the accuser of our brethren, these Edomites, they've studied our people. They studied us, man. The Edomites know how to push your buttons. Edomites know how to make you mad. Edomites know how to make it to where they'll win the argument because they can get you to overreact. And what Yahushua was showing, I hope you brothers go and watch Yashuwamba's video. Basically, Esau wins off of you overreacting to him. And he knows how to push your buttons to get you to overreact. Why? Because this world is already on Esau's side. So he knows that your nature in not combat or confrontation will make the world look at you like you're a threat. You'll react in a certain way. No, fuck that, you know. And so you watch this video, the brother gets the phone call, you know, it goes down the way it goes down. Esau can use all these type of things to entrap. See, we're in a spiritual war. So just like Syria and Israel, what happened at first with Syria and Israel? Are they shooting missiles on each other hard body right away? Absolutely not. They're shooting decoy missiles to get a counter response. And from the counter response, they can justify a full-on assault. So we have to be mindful of Esau's tongue. Esau will jump on your phone, or he'll get an agent to jump on your phone. He'll use one of these scoffers to do it, you know what I mean? To do that. Record and be like, look at these guys. Look how they react. So we have to be mindful of how we react to certain things. And just like Yahshua said, the best person to get that example from is Yahweh. Now, that's easier said than done, because we've all overreacted and done too much. But we're getting into the times to where we have to be keen. We have to be perceptive on how we move all the time. And we have to be particular and tedious about it. So it might be annoying. You might feel like you've been, you know, we talk about being salty, but Jake don't want to feel like they being weak. No. Being salty is being strong, like a comment that brother Mike Allah made. This is Colossians chapter 4, verse 4. It says that I may make it manifest as I ought to speak. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. Okay? Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. So we have to be mindful of the games that Esau likes to play. See, Esau likes to say something or do something to get you to react aggressively, or what they would consider as aggressive, to say, see, look at him. He's a beast. He needs to be, we got to get in control. I'm scared of this beastly character. Although you ain't no threat to nobody. You ain't chasing nobody up the street. You ain't doing nothing to nobody. But in this society, they have that advantage. They have that handicap, so to speak, to say, oh, look how this dude reacted. We need to destroy him. So, Akim, be mindful of Esau's games. Esau's always playing these fucking games, man, to try to get you to react, on an earthly level, man. In a back and forth, yelling match, screaming match, F you, this and that. Nah, man, don't play that game with Esau, man. When Esau come at you with some shit, you ain't did nothing wrong. For brothers that's sincere in this thing and have been pushing this ministry, ever since the apostles and elders came on YouTube, and you sincerely have been just marching forward with the confession of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you ain't did nothing, man. You've been living out your daily life. You know what I'm saying? Preaching. You ain't stole. You put away those carnal things. Stealing, rape, robbery, murder, all the ways of the world. You've let that go. So let Esau, if Esau gonna be wicked, let him just go all out and being wicked openly, all of his own power, man. Okay? Don't give him shit. And that's what Yahushua was doing whenever he was brought to counsel by the wicked scribes and Pharisees to Pontius Pilate. He let them condemn themselves, man, with their own hatred. Their hatred was so open and so overt, and Pontius Pilate could see, like, man, y'all just trying to set this dude up. He ain't even did nothing. That Pontius Pilate himself was just like, you know what, man, I ain't got nothing to do with this. This is obviously a witch hunt. So allow Esau to be caught up in his own witch hunt, and you gotta believe and you gotta know that the Most High is gonna protect you in that time, man. So Esau come up and trying to put you up, talking about you this and you that. And, hey, brothers, it's hard, man. We all want to defend ourselves. I know I have, man. I know I have that issue, man. We all want to defend ourselves when someone lying on you, putting up false information about you. You're going to want to defend yourself, man. It's just natural. But we're not here to defend this bullshit. Okay? We're not here to get no victory in no carnal way on this side, man. We're going to give the glory and the praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah because we know the victory is with him. It's with them. Okay? And we're going to wait on that. This is the book of Proverbs, 25th chapter, and the 21st verse. It says, if thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. If he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. So just be mindful, when these demons want to come up and try to entrap you in arguments and words and this back and forth, man. Remember this scripture. Remember this scripture in the spirit. Don't look at this scripture and think about actual carnal food and carnal drink. Think about it in your speech. Think about it in your interactions when we come across these heathens, when we come across the enemies of the word in your day-to-day life, man. They're the impression from these people expect you or want an expectation that you are carnal or that you are a threat or that you are trying to get back at them. Don't give them that, man. And this is the ultimate way of warfare. Anytime you come across, you have an issue, brothers that have done martial arts or boxed and done things like that, what's the worst thing you can do when you get in that ring with somebody? It's to fight angry. It's to fight with an intention. When the other fighter knows that you're mad and that you're going for their head, it's easier for them to counter you. You open yourself to get countered. So what we're saying on this video is, don't open yourself up to be counterattacked when Esau does shit, man. Keep a tight defense, be mindful, and listen to what's happening. Always try to have a bird's eye view on a situation. When we gathering all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the scriptures, these are just weapons and tools that we have in this spiritual war. And we should always have that bird's eye view whenever we put into situations. We got to slow things down and think fully. Okay, how's my, not so much what they said, what you say too matters in the situation. Be mindful. Be mindful. Okay? Because really, it's nothing but setups and okie dokes they're trying to get. So we got to be mindful and make sure that we're going to get caught up in that carnal back and forth. Okay? All right. 2 Peter 3:14, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, meaning these ending of these times, be diligent that we may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So that's how we conduct ourselves amongst this brotherhood, and also how we are seen without. How people on the outside is looking at us, man. We got to be mindful of that, because it's all traps and snares and nets that the Satan is trying to set up for our people. So we got to watch out, man. I want to pull this one scripture here. This is in the book of Hebrews, the 12th chapter, and the 14th verse. It says, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Okay? And, I'm using this scripture right here just to highlight the point of Esau is always trying to play the victim. He's going to do whatever he can to get you to overreact in situations, and you see it every day, man. Like I tell you, growing up, man, I've seen it time and time again, where Edomite will do something that's complete bullshit just to get you to overreact, and then turn around and be like, "Well, look, see," and 2/3 they use this tactic too, but they get it from their father, Satan. They get it from their father, Satan, man, from the beginning. And so you got to watch out for that, man. So, it's just something to take heed on. It's something that as young men, we all fall victim to. I know I have personally, you know what I'm saying? So it's something that I try to be mindful of. And I'm glad that these things are happening to basically shake us up and remind us and keep us in that mindset that we are constantly in warfare. And if you raise your head up underneath that bunker and not paying attention, you will get sniped. So keep your shit wired tight, as the apostles like to say. Be mindful, and just know that Esau's always playing games. Watch out for his games, man. He always playing these little BS games, trying to get you to do this or that. And if you get caught out there, then he'll conveniently have all the evidence he needs to bring further persecution on yourself. So don't bring further persecution on yourself by overreacting to the things Esau does. I mentioned this on the last live show I did at the very end, that this knowledge that we have, this wisdom that we gather, and should bring you into a balanced place. You shouldn't be too high or too low about what's going on. We watch all these events that are leading up into World War III. We get excited to see these prophecies unfold, but we still keep a centered mentality towards continue to produce and work, and confess and teach, and we don't try to get, just too far in any direction. We stay temperate in all things, and we just continue forward, man. So just be mindful of Esau's games. They're gonna play these little games and try to get you, whether it might be via email, phone call, someone on your YouTube page. Be mindful of the words that you speak. Be mindful of the words that you type, and be mindful of the actions that you do, whether in private or in public. Okay, because you're always being watched 24/7. So I just wanted to bring that out real quick and highlight that, because it's something that I've personally seen growing up. Like these little games that Esau played, they do that all the time, man. Esau will send you a text message from a random phone. Esau will put a bug in somebody's ear that's close to you, so that person can go and tell you to start some strife on the back end and just watch it blow up from the background. Esau plays all them type of games all the time, man. He's always sabotaging. He'll hug you and he'll put you on, give you something that you need, because he be watching you. Esau knows how to push your buttons, how to piss you off perfectly. You think the black woman knows how to piss you? The Esau knows how to piss you off, man. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times this goes ignored because our people don't really be around Esau like that. We spent our lives pretty much put in certain places. So Esau knows this. He knows that our range of experiences is limited according to how he's ruled the world. So you only have certain levels of experiences with certain things, and Esau plays off of that. Meanwhile, he gets to go and experience and see and dictate and manipulate all types of things, man. So that gives him a competitive advantage in the world. See, but what he does not have a competitive advantage is in the spirit. This is where he's totally discombobulated. So we have to make sure that we're moving spiritually, because that's the place where Esau has no advantage. He does not have an advantage in the spiritual world. But in the carnal, back and forth, tit for tat, this and that and this, he can get you. So be mindful, okay? So I just wanted to, just mention that, man. This ain't, to be all drawn out, man. I just want to admonish something that I'm thinking about, I kept thinking about, and Lord willing, I kept thinking about. Call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rukakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much peace and salutation. Much peace, love, and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing the word in sincerity and truth. Hey, shalom.